Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to Season 3, Episode 3 of Rebuilding Schalke. As always, thanks for joining me. Make sure that if you're still enjoying the series and you enjoy this episode, you smash that thumbs up. Helps my channel, helps that weird YouTube algorithm get my video out there, so I do appreciate it. And get involved in the comments as well. I love hearing what you have to say. I'll always reply to my comments. Might take a day or two, but I always reply. Now it's Season 3 and I've enjoyed playing this season. This is a fun rebuild for me because I love German football. I love the Bundesliga and I love a club like this. It's like, they're like a Spurs, aren't they? They've got a good history. They're a big club, but they just need that push. And I'm loving the challenge because it is a completely different challenge to being Spurs like I was in my last rebuild. In the Premier League, that was easier to obviously make money and bring in players, but I am enjoying it. But can I reach that goal of a Bundesliga this year? We're going to find out. Let's get into it. So in Season 2, we came quite close, and even towards the end of the season, I spent about a week at the top of the league. And we didn't have enough in the end, but it's Bayern Munich. They've got a lot of quality, but I was very proud of where we finished in the league, and we also won my favourite cup. On the board, I'm just happy for getting the Champions League, but I really wanted to challenge. I thought we got close last year. I've just got to try and get close again this year. I'd like to go right into the Champions League again, obviously stay in the Champions League, keep making that money so I can keep improving the team. The Pokal, I've already won that, but I do love it. I can't say I'm going to not take it seriously. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to just see who I play and see how things are with the team at each given moment. We'll see how that goes. And of course, I've got the Super Cup against Bayern Munich. I've also got Bayern Munich. First game of the season. First year we had them. Last year I had Dortmund. This year I've got Bayern again. Now people are asking me which tactic I'm using. I'm guessing some of you guys maybe have just come into this series and you didn't watch my Spurs rebuild. It is a tactic by the Reckonist. I'll show you how to find it on Steam in episode 1 of Spurs. So big changes were coming to the team this year and I was really excited about it. I wanted to try and go down that youth route if possible. So we sold quite a few players. I did like Harrit, but I got a £24 million bid from Southampton, so he's left. Mustafa's gone as well, one of the older statesmen of the team. He went to West Ham for about 3.5. John Lundstrom has gone as well. Now I brought him in on a free, you might remember. I kept him as a squad player. Wasn't really doing it for me. I got a good offer of around 8 million from Aston Villa. So Lawrence Shankland is finally left. He was a squad player. He didn't play too much for me. He scored me a couple of goals. This was one of them buys that's just because I fell in love with him on my Dundee United rebuild last year. I got 7 million for him. Benito Rayman, he's gone to Rennes. It's worth 12 million. God, I've been robbed this year. I got 7 for him. I've also got rid of Ruben Rachina. He went out to Lazio. Rennes bought another one of my players, Cameron Carter-Vickers. You might be wondering, when did you buy him? Well, he was one of my free signings I couldn't get rid of. So we spent a year in Schalke 2, I think. So yeah, we got a couple of mil for him. Now this one just happened, and I brought him in last year because I couldn't really get anyone better. I liked his passing, his technique, all that good stuff. I know he's got a bit of an issue, but he was fine all season. He even scored me the goal, didn't he, in the Pokal final that we won 1-0 against Leverkusen. But then over the summer, he started moaning about certain situations, other players' situations, which can happen. And then he didn't come to training. Find him, it made him angry. He didn't come to training again. Just put him up for sale, and he's gone to Napoli. So at this moment in time, I'm trying to sign his replacement, and I'm going for Renato Sanchez. Now I signed him for Spurs, and I would like to avoid signing the same kind of players, but sometimes it's hard to. Now I wanted a guy who can play in that specific role in the middle. I know I can get him for about 30 million, and you can see right there I'm just about squeezing it out. So I spent just over £100 million. I've also promoted some kids from my youth team as well, and I like my squad. Now I've got an A team and a B team at this moment, even without Sanchez coming. I made a couple of loans, so I'll just quickly show you my A team. So I always do this, I don't know if you do, but I'll save 2 team selections. Makes it easy for you going down the season, especially if you get to a cup game and you want a B team. That's how I do it anyway, and it's how I word it. So if we look at my A team quickly, you can see, now I'll talk you through some of these players, but that's my A team at the minute. It can always change, and I do change it as the season goes on, and that's what I'm thinking my B team is. I signed a young German defender who I quite like. He's got potential, and that's what it's all about. 20 years old, full of potential, and he only cost me about 7.5 million. For about 25 million, I've signed Sebastian Bornau. That's what I'm going for. 23-year-old Belgian, so he fits the remit of the club. That's what they want. 23 years old and under. I mean, he can cover in a few positions roughly, but he's going to be a centre half, and he could be decent. This lad only cost me 8.75 million. 22 years old, can cover at centre half and right back. You know, is he going to be my starter? Nah. And I signed him before I brought a loan back because I didn't think the loan was going to go through. And that loan was Brandon Williams. I was in the process of doing it, and United were contemplating keeping him for the first team. But if you put in a big enough offer, they might consider it. So basically, putting an offer, I think I just upped some monthly payments towards it. I think so. I didn't know if it was going to go through, so I always try and cover my ass. So I'd signed that last lad. But then the Brandon Williams deal went through, and he was great for me last year. Signed for 17.5. We've brought him home properly. I've loaned him for 2 years. He's at the club on loan first year. Last year I reloaned him. This year we've signed him. He's only 29. I think he's only just turned 29 as well. Signed for 19.75 million. I brought in Scott McTominay. I know all about him as a United fan. I think his attributes on the game are great. I think he's a very good player on the game. He was transfer listed, and quite a few teams going for him. So I didn't think we were going to get him. Signed for just under 30, Karim Adeyemi. I'm rubbish with names. If you don't know me, I am rubbish with names. He's German, 20. We brought him from Salzburg in Austria. He's a wonder kid as well. I love that. Here to help out Vasquez, we brought in Oscar, 24-year-old Spaniard, who looks pretty good, I think. A bit of an understudy for the guy because he's going to be turning 33, so I wanted someone quite young. He's 24, so he's still young to me. And we got him from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's also played for Sevilla. And for about 20 million from Wolfsburg, we brought in Josip Brekalo, who pretty good here, left winger. I like him. We've made 2 new loan signings as well. Billy Gilmore, which was happy I did because at this point in time, and not technically signed Sanchez, although I do. Spoiler. So at least I had Billy. And then a lad I don't know too much about. Young striker called Marco de Grassa. We've loaned him from Juventus. So it looks decent, and that's what I need. I need a bit of depth up front. And I've loaned Saka again. I'm really surprised Arsenal don't want him. In real life, he's amazing. But that's real life. This is a game. But to bring him back is such a bonus. Now I have a pretty good regen director of football. Got some good staff. It's one of the best staffs I've ever put together. It's been amazing how easy it was to put the staff together. And I kind of left him to it. I've changed my settings so he could bring in young players. So I spent a lot of money on youth that wasn't really to do with me. He's gone out there and found them. I have the final say, so I tick it off if I like them. But he's starting to flesh out that youth team, and he spent big on some of these players, and I'm buzzing with it. Now, obviously, I don't know how long this series will go on for. I need to win that Bundesliga, but it's good to start thinking of the future just in case. And I've got no one in the Schalke 2 squad anymore. We have just cut all that dead wood. Even if you're only paying them 500 quid a week, you're wasting money in my opinion. These guys are never going to play for me, especially the 20-year-olds. I just want to concentrate on this youth team, and it's starting to flesh out. Look at that quality. But money is not an issue. We've won so much in prize money, and a lot of the transfers obviously have spread out. So it's good to have that cushion because I will start paying some of them deals off over the next year or two, especially if we hit certain targets. But yeah, the club is such a great place. So the bookies are looking at my squad and saying definite Champions League squad, but they don't believe we can win the league. We'll see how that goes. There's been some big changes. Now, Bayern Munich have signed Dembele on a free for Barcelona, but they've lost a couple of big players. I think Lewandowski's gone. Is it Ganabe? Is that how you say it? I'm probably saying it wrong. He's gone. Dortmund have lost Sancho and Haaland. I think Sancho's gone to Paris. Haaland went to United, which means we've now apparently got the best striker in the league, which is a bonus. It's also a bonus they've lost players because they're going to have been compensated. But they also bring in good players. So it's going to be a different season, this, and an interesting one. But even without Sanchez coming, which he does, we've got a good team here. I've got a lot of good youth I can rely on, which is fantastic. I love my back four. We've still got that young partnership there. who are coming together. Still got all the players from last year who are young and coming on, and I'm really happy. Still got Nick Pope in net with the other guy backing him up, so I've not changed that just yet. Still got Vasquez, who I think is such a good player. 33 now, we'll see how that goes. But I've changed the wings, we've got new wingers in. You know, I'm excited by my young strike force. I've got Oscar in to back up Vasquez. I think we'll do well. Pre-season this year didn't get cancelled on me. It all went to plan. So we went out to China on a tour and obviously played our affiliate, China Fortune, and Beijing, and then we played Atalanta because they were a local. They were out there in China as well, so we played them. And then we went to Austria for a training camp, played a couple of teams, absolutely annihilated everyone. It was time for the big one. And we lost it 4-2. Yeah, they might lose some stars, but it's still Bayern Munich, innit? Still Bayern Munich. Let's have a look at what team they put out. Yeah, Muller up top, Sane's still there. They got Coleman. Yeah, bastards. They got Tonali. I love Tonali. Starting off the defence of our Pokal title is style, playing a team. Yeah, I can honestly say I don't know too much about, but look at that. Vasquez and Bricalo getting 10s. In the second round, we got St. Pauli. I love St. Pauli. And I went for this. I picked what I thought was the best team at the time. Because when I say A team, B team, I'm not disrespecting players, but you do have players that are going to play more. So I usually B team certain games if I can, meaning I'll give guys a game, try and spread the love. And in the Bundesliga, got a lot of love for it, although we still just feel like we're just that step behind Bayern. I mean, it's the 11th of January. Just that step behind, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, we just got to keep pushing and pushing and try and get better. And I've got a lot of young players, so hopefully they can grow together. And the season started in style. Sometimes you cannot explain this game. I could not explain this. Every time we shot, I felt like we were going to score. I mean, to get beat like we did in the Cup, in the Super Cup, and then to go straight into the first game of the season and absolutely hand it to them. A run that didn't see us get beat. In fact, we only drew one game until we played Borussia Mönchengladbach. I got battered. So then we like, it's probably how Bayern Munich felt when they were like, what the hell is going on? That's what I was like, what's happening? After you just keep winning, and you expect to win this one, you don't expect to get beat 5-0 anyway. And then since then, it's not been as perfect. We've drawn a couple, lost one against Bayern. Champions League Group G was fairly difficult. When you get Liverpool and Real Madrid, you're thinking, holy shit. Holy shit, I didn't think Real Madrid would be last. I was thinking at one point, would we make it? I lost 2 games, drawn 1 game. There are our defeats. So, you know, we got beat off 2 of the big clubs. We drew with Bruges, and that's not the kind of form that is going to get you through. But somehow Real Madrid were absolutely turd. And then we did beat Liverpool as well, so scrape through. Great group though, a lot of fun. And we've got Man United, the team that knocked us out last year in the quarterfinals. My beloved Man United. And they're always great on this game, unlike real life. This is a squad arranged by average rating. A couple of guys at the top, you know, they've played well when they've come on, but they haven't played too much. Jordan Tez, that's what I call him, Arteza. Someone's putting a bid, Young Boys I think it is, to loan him. Because obviously he's not playing that much because they've got Brandon Williams, they've got a lot of players. It's a fairly big squad to be fair. With the youth anyway as well. A couple of lads I want a bit more from. Saka's been he's not been as good this year. McTominay I thought would be a lot better. Vasquez, the 33-year-old, is still the boss of this team. Now when I build a scouting team, especially at a bigger club when I can have a big team, I always go for scouts that are good first. And then I look at what my knowledge is at, and I'll try and expand my knowledge. This is just what I do. And then I'll sign a scout, even if he's not the best I can get, if he's the best, say, French scout, and so on and so on. And I try and build that knowledge. I don't do anything different than what you probably do. Depending on where I am in the world, I'll scout my own country. So I'll scout my own country. I've got a short list for under 23-year-olds. I'll scout Switzerland, Austria, countries around me. I'll scout the big leagues. I'll scout players who are coming out of their contracts in a year, then 6 months, then 3 months, then a month. That's it. Well, let's start here in the Champions League. And again, Manchester United beat us 1-0 at our place. Hugely disappointed. Look who scored. I hope we do sign him in real life. And then Haaland bagged an hat-trick at Old Trafford. We're just not there. We're just nowhere near a Champions League winning kind of team. Nowhere near. It's young. Maybe we could grow into one. But right now, we're out of our depth, especially going right into the competition. I think we'd be more suited for the Europa League, but I don't want to be in that. I want the money of the Champions League. In the Pokal, though, we're still rocking. Just now we beat Freiburg. Kind of beating it in. At this moment in time, was struggling with striker fitness and so on. I then gambled, absolutely gambled with a passion against a very good team, and somehow it paid off. I didn't think it was gonna. I had to play my lesser played players. Even Hamed Kutucu, or whatever his name is, he gets a freaking game. Let's look at the Bundesliga, and it is a tight race. It is the Bayern and Schalke show again, and it's a 3-point difference. It is as tight as a nun's. Do you know what I mean? It is tight. Vasquez though is like an old version of Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely love him. Yeah, it's a tight one again, and we're still in it. So since your last seen, we went on a good run again, winning 3, drawing 1, then we got beat off Wolfsburg, then we drew a couple, so that's a bad patch. That little patch there is probably why we're not top of the league. Won my last 4 games though, and we beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-0. So that was good. So here's the squad arranged by average rating, and I've got a lot of players who've done well throughout the season. A lot of them's forms dipped recently, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate to go out of the Champions League. We're still in the Pokal, we're still in the title race, so it's not too disappointing. Let's have a look at some of the goal scorers. George has bagged a couple more. Karim, great player. I'm so happy I've got him. We've got some great young players here. This is a team that could definitely grow, and I think will win a Bundesliga one day, but is it going to be this year? Future is bright though. The future is bright. My under-19s who are fleshing out and looking and full of talent are dominating their league. They've even won it the last 2 years as well, so they're going for 3 back-to-back. They're also in the semi-final of the UEFA Youth League against Manchester United. Come on, kids. And they're in the final of the Pokal, the Young Junior Pokal, which they have also won the last 2 years. They're going for 3 of them back-to-back. This is the best youth team I've ever had. I mean, some of that's my director of football, but what an academy Schalke have. Well, the running was a bit sketchy. We won a few. We lost one to Hertha Berlin, which hurt, and then we just drew 1-1 with Frankfurt. But the reason we drew with Frankfurt, possibly, is because a B team didn't B team Dortmund, beat them in style, Jude Bellingham getting their goal, but a B team that game because the title was over. Yet we finished second, we dropped off. Bayern are still just too good. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm going to freaking get there. I am determined to win that league title. Now, we've improved on last year. Got 76 points, but Bayern got better. Sold a couple of players, but they've got better. They got 82 points. If we go back a season, you'll see. So we got 4 more points. We got the same points Bayern got last year to win that league title. God. But what time to get revenge for that 5-0 ass-kicking earlier on in the season in the league by beating them 5-1 in the semi-final of the Pokal. So at least we've got something. I love the Pokal, I know, but it's not my end goal. We're going up against Leverkusen, who've got Thomas Tuchel as their manager this year. Still have that home kit. They want revenge for last year because it wasn't the best final, was it? We nicked it. So here we are, absolutely buzzing. Welcome to Berlin. Leverkusen have finished 7th. They need to win this against Europe, or they're not in Europe. They're waiting. They need that. They've got something to aim for. That is a very good team I'm putting out there. Very happy with my team. So here we go. Can't wait for this. Honestly, I cannot wait. Now, what I will say is, I don't know if you noticed with the league table, Hoffenheim last year, they finished 4th and got in the Champions League. I don't know if you noticed, but they've been relegated. How crazy is that? Anyway, here's Sanchez. Good play, Sanchez. And there you go. Scores for me straight away. Love it. And I love that new assist thing. It tells you who assists. Yeah, but because I play with a Mezzala, that's what he's suited to. So he was just a good pick-up. I knew I could buy him for 30 million. So, yeah, it was an easy decision. Here's Vasquez again. Are we really gonna? Oh, my God. Goal disallowed, though. I hate that. I've just give the guys some encouragement. Try and pick up that morale after losing out on that goal. I just want to keep that ferocity up. Keep that freaking drive up. Here's George. Great player. Look at that vision pass. There you go. We're going to take 1 goal off me. I'll just instantly score another one. He just fits this team. He's the kind of player I want. Got young players. I mean, all that squad's pretty young apart from Franco, really. But they're good. and we can just kick ass on our day. And they are in obviously touching distance of a Bundesliga title. It's always going to be tough to not Bayern off the top. Oh, McKennie, nick that. I thought this was done. Saka, I thought that was done. I thought, what's going on here? Gifted you another goal. Come on. So it's half time, and we are winning 3-0. And what's mad about, honestly, that end one, then I thought, yeah, it's done that. And the goalkeeper goes to kick it out, and I'm thinking, shouldn't we go to half time here? And then we nick another one. Second half's kicked off now. We've got a throw in straight away, and McKenna's give it Vasquez. What a player. He is like the legend of the series. Here he is. He's found Williams, who's well into the box. And ooh. Now, we always use these kind of series to plug my main love, which is my Tame Valley FC Let's Play. About 27 episodes in. If you like that kind of thing, some people think, oh, I can't catch up on that. But why not? It's a great watch. It's a great story. People who've stuck with it absolutely love it. And I think it's one of them that if you did give a chance, you'd love it. Just the way it's gone, I love it. Seriously. I can't plug it enough. So if you're bored and it's weekend, get stuck right into it. What else is on the TV? Here's George. Ooh. Right, I've made 3 changes. McTominay's come in the middle. Kareem's gone up top. George has come off. Matondo's gone on the right. And I've also brought Williams off because he was booked and brought on another right back. So just freshen it up a bit. I think it's going to take a lot for us to lose this. Well, they've improved, haven't they, towards the end, Leverkusen. But not enough. You're not good enough, boys. This is ours. And we've done it. There we go. Very happy with this. Like I said, I've said it a million times over the years. I love the Pokal. I love how it works. I love the name. I love the trophy itself. It's not a silver thing like that. It's a beautiful golden trophy full of jewels. But yeah, I'm very proud of this. But again, we want to do better. But you know, we keep winning trophies. We keep that winning mentality. Hopefully, it can grow us into a team that can go on and win a championship. And that winning mentality seems like it's going right through this club. This club has got a big future. The under-19s won the league. They won the Junior Pokal in absolute style with a cracking performance, an amazing performance. Unfortunately, though, they didn't get the full set. We got knocked out in the semi-finals by Man United. The bastards. But I think with a few little changes this summer, got Ruben Neves in talks with us. That might happen, it might not. Like I said, I've got a lot of players I could get. I've got a great shortlist. So we'll see what kind of business I'll do, and I will be pushing and pushing and pushing, and this series will not end until we win that massive circle disc they call the Bundesliga. Well, there we have it. That is the end of Season 3, Episode 3. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting it. Thank you to anyone who hits a thumbs up, comments, or even watches an advert. Thanks to all my patrons for all their continued support, and I hope I see every single one of you back for another season. I can't wait to get stuck into it. I ain't touched a thing yet, so I'll have to wait and see, but I'm looking forward to it. I think this club's in such a good place now. It's such a fun club to be at, and chasing that Bundesliga is giving. I'm driven towards it. I can't wait to keep going and going and going, and hopefully next year will be the year. We'll see. But yeah, if you're bored, don't forget, go and check out my Tame Valley series. Go and check out, become a Valley boy, man. You know you want to. I hope you're happy. I hope you're safe. I genuinely do. I love every single one of you. I'm Bood. Bye bye.